Alright, we're all set. Random Adventures of Rockman, take 2 years. How's everybody doing? And all that other fluffy stuff, and let's jump right into it. Alrighty, so if you may or may not know, Matthew Perry, aka Chandler Bing from Friends, recently came out with autobiography memoir. I don't know what he called it, but it's basically a bunch of his life adventures and a couple things. About a quarter of the way through the book, there's two things that really stand out. One is that Matthew Perry says something that a lot of celebrities and famous people say when they get famous, and that is that fame isn't all it's cracked up to be, and no matter how many times you say it, the people that haven't been famous won't agree with it, and the people that are famous will agree with it. And to that, I say you are absolutely 100% goddamn right, Matthew Perry. Let me find out for myself when the big numbers come through on the view count, and I could get some special privileges and go to Benihana's and Nobu and whatever other places rich people go to. When I find that out, I'll believe it. But for now, I don't believe it, because I think 10 times out of 10, the celebrities that do get famous will choose money and fame over being a 9-to-5er any day of the week. And I understand that, some people want to just go out and be a normal person, but being a normal person fucking sucks, man. It fucking sucks. Like, always constantly worrying about bills. I don't worry about bills, but like the average person does. They worry about bills, surviving. They worry about what other people think about them. They worry about just a bunch of shit that fame and money will just erase. So until I get to that mountaintop, I will firmly disagree with you, Matthew Perry. And who knows, maybe 5 years down the road, I'll agree. But for now, agree to disagree. And the second thing that stood out from the book was his alcoholism. Like, I thought my alcoholism was bad. This man was drinking a handle of vodka in 2 days. And for non-alcoholics that don't know how much a handle is, it's basically 2/5 and either a pint or a half. I can't really do the math in my head because I don't know how many milliliters a handle really is. But just to bring this in terms, when I was drinking like 10 straight days a week, and just fall on my ass drunk, at my peak, a fifth of vodka would last a day and a half. And a handle might go as far as 5 days, even when my tolerance was at its peak. So yeah, man, don't turn to alcoholism. It will not solve your problems. It will just put them off until you have a big ass freight train just come out of nowhere and hit you with reality. Dirk's GTA server was shut down. For people that don't know, Grand Theft Auto has a PC version of Grand Theft Auto called No Pixel, where it's basically just a bunch of people. They create characters and they just go about normal lives. They can rob banks, they can work at fast food restaurants, they can just do a bunch of shit in there. And for Grand Theft Auto to shut down Lil Durk's server just because of, I'm assuming it's because of his gang affiliation or whatever, but y'all are literally a game about gang violence and shooting people. Like, you're collecting so many bodies in GTA. Like, you're literally shooting hordes of people to accomplish missions, and for y'all to just be the moral police. Like, what the am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, y'all, the premise of your game is literally just killing massive amount of people, and for y'all to shut down Dirk because of gang affiliations, when y'all are a game that has gangs in the game. Like, Ballers and Grove Street is literally iconic, and for y'all to just say, nah, y'all too wild for us. Like, what the fuck? Cared about this more when I wrote it down, but now not really. So, Ye on Twitter said that he talked to Trump and asked him to be in his campaign, and then he put up a post saying yay or nay. I don't care, man. Like, this doesn't seem like a serious presidential run. This doesn't seem like a serious presidential run. Like, I guess it's an improvement from saying that you're gonna run like during the election year and not having your name on most ballots because you filed for a presidential candidacy. Fuck, whatever. So, hey, your name gets on the ballot. Congratulations. I still think this is a ploy from Ye to still steal black votes from the Democratic Party. I don't know how to speak today. So, I think this is just a ploy to steal black votes from the Democratic Party like he did the last time. I don't know Ye's beef with Democrats, but hey, I'm not voting for your ass. No, Herschel Walker is probably the most entertaining candidate that I've ever seen in my life. This guy, just when I thought he couldn't up the ante from pulling out a Party City police badge in an actual Senate debate, this man was talking to his supporters, I guess, and he was talking about a vampire TV show or movie that he was watching. And like, he went on like a 2-minute tangent about the vampire show, and then he said, "This is all to let you know to not give up," or whatever the fuck he said. So I'll vote for Herschel Walker to be the next Blade, but I wouldn't vote him to be the Senate for Georgia. I know the Republicans are just pushing him because they want more seats in Congress, but this is just ridiculous, man. Come on, man. Okay, Blueface and Krishan Rock was recently on Kai Cenat's stream, and if you don't know who Kai Cenat is, I think he's still the most popular Twitch streamer on the platform, even though he doesn't get promoted, but that's a whole nother story. But he invites Blueface and Krishan Rock onto the stream, and they're in Kai Cenat's room, and got them playing that jungle noise around me. Nah, I'm joking, but Krishan Rock and Blueface really showed how toxic their relationship is. So for some reason she got handed a chair and it was too small for her to sit in, so she picked up the chair and threw it legs out at Kai Cenat's wall and put a hole in it. And Kai Cenat's looking like, yo, like, why you do that? And then she's like, oh, you're rich, you can get it fixed. Like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of my house is what I would say. Ain't gonna put a goddamn hole in my wall and then just say, oh, you're rich. Are you fucking crazy? Yes, she is. Which is why I don't really feel that bad for Kai, because he knew what he was getting into. Like, you've seen the headlines. Like, She literally broke into Blueface's house and wrote a love letter in her own blood. Like, how did you think that stream was gonna go? And then Blueface tried to say a freestyle, and then he said single or taken, and then Krishan just put her fucking hand in his face and pushed the microphone away. I thought she was gonna break the microphone too, but luckily she didn't. And Blueface took a solid minute trying to calm her down, and I thought she was about to set it off right then and there, but yeah, I say all of this to say it may be time to write some obituaries. I've seen some abusive relationships in my life, but this is just ridiculous, man. Like, they can't be calm for 5 minutes around each other, and when they blow up, it's not a little screaming match. They're throwing hands and fucking beating up other people, and like it gets fucking crazy. So get your rest in peace post ready, because I don't see this ending. I don't see their relationship ending anywhere near good terms. I firmly believe somebody's body is going cold. In the last topic, Unholy. If Unholy wins Song of the Year if Unholy gets a Grammy for Song of the Year, I won't be mad. That song is amazing. Like, really, really good. And I never thought I'd see the day where I'm just vibing to Sam Smith that hard. But kudos to you, man. That was an amazing, amazing song. And then the music video, only problem I have with the only like little tiff I have with the Unholy video is that they use the condom as a access pass into the club. Like, can you imagine being what's it called, a matridi? I'm not rich, so I don't know these terms, but can you imagine being the guy that has to take the passes and just get handed condoms? Like, that's just I wouldn't sign up for that. Holy, that's just weird. But yeah, great song, and I think it's Song of the Year. And last order of business. All right, there we go. And last order of business, I don't know if you're like me and you're just a chronic procrastinator and you're constantly putting off things until the very last minute. And you know in your heart of hearts you should be more proactive in your life, because having everything pile up to the point where you have to do it isn't healthy, and it can be very stressful and lead to diminishing qualities, etc., etc. So if you're like me, I would firmly suggest getting a system that works for you. And I've talked about this multiple times, where I have a system. I didn't create the system, but there's a system called the Pomodoro technique, where you basically set a timer for how long you want to do something, and then set a rest period, and then go right back into it. And that's worked wonders for me. I've been able to listen to more podcasts. I've been able to hear more audiobooks. I've been able to read more. I've been able to start this shit on top of having a podcast, and spending around 5 hours a week just editing videos and all of this shit, and doing everything else on top of that. And a pretty not comfortable, but not super discomfortable either. So if you struggle with getting things done, I would highly suggest documenting down what you need to do and then just doing it, because if shit don't get done, then what are you doing with your life? And I'll end it there. I usually do an inspiration of the day, but I don't feel like doing 20 of those a week, so May blessings continue to rain down on you and yours. Have a great day. And this was Random Adventures of Rockman Take 2. Yeah. See you next time.